extra opportunity available for people that participate in the beginning. How many of you agree, when it comes down to business information, value of information is determined by the timing of when you receive the information. You could hear or read about a great business idea in a history book that happened 100 years ago. You may learn something from it, but you may not have direct financial benefit from it. Would you agree with that? And the fact that you are receiving this information before anyone else in the United Kingdom, anyone else in Europe, 99.9999% of the population have not heard about Riman yet in this country and all throughout Europe. And you're receiving this information today before anyone else, and we want to encourage you to learn more about our products, our opportunity, and find opportunity. Ask yourself the question, hey, is this something I want to be part of? Is this something that I want to take advantage of? And if the answer is yes, and we will love to partner with you and work with you. We appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you very much. And I'm going to bring up Ms. Alicia Thomas to continue hosting the show. Thank you very much, everyone.
Wasn't that even amazing, everybody? So you heard from all these amazing leaders from all over the world. Now let them hear the noise of, is anyone here from the United Kingdom? They say facts tell, stories tell, amazing stories, but one word stood out. One word in Danny's training, one word in all the testimonial, and that word was called opportunity. See, what's the difference between a lucky person, a brilliant person, and a winner? See, a lucky person is someone who gets an opportunity. A brilliant person is someone who creates an opportunity. But a winner is someone who uses the opportunity. You see, one of the greatest leaders of this country is Sir Richard Branson. And Sir Richard Branson said, if someone gives you an opportunity and you are not sure you can do it, say yes and learn how to do it later. You know, a billionaire, the biggest billionaire, Jack Ma, said, if you put bananas and money in front of monkeys, the monkey will always select the banana because the monkey doesn't know that money can buy bananas. Who's the banana? B-A-N-A-N-A, building absolutely nothing anywhere near anything.
Oh, so cute.
What's the difference between a poor person and a rich person? Poor, P-O-O-R, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Who's the rich person? R-I-C-H, residual income creates happiness. R-I-C-H, realize I create happiness.
Beautiful.
R-I-C-H, Riman is creating happiness.
Oh!
So that's what this day is all about. It's sometimes giving you the paradigm shift of the greatness of the opportunity in front of you. Now, when I was a kid, I was not a smart kid. So when for going to school, going to class was C-L-A-S-S, come late and start sleeping. When I heard mathematics, math was M-A-T-H, mental abuse to human beings. But then I realized the power of math, the power of numbers, the power of science. And here's one thing, one expert measurement is greater than 1,000 opinions. The next individual who's coming on stage is an expert. Is somebody who is beauty with brains and class. Riman attracts the greatest people from all over the world. You know, she is our product training and development officer, and it's so powerful for us to have her here, but she talks about the science, the amazing science behind the amazing products of Riman. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a wonderful welcome, to our product training and development officer, Miss Angelina Trujillo, everybody!
Manager for Bom Riman Uk, and of course beyond. And so in my background with biochemistry and as a previous cosmetic chemist, I look at Riman really with the focus of the products, the story we're telling, the ingredients we're selecting, and the difference you're experiencing in your skin, your hair, and in nutrition as well. Now, for us to establish an expectation of these products and what you're going to experience, we first have to look at our mission statement. Riman's in the business of reimagining products and opportunities to empower individuals to be the difference they want or seek in their world. And this is crucial. With the emphasis on it being your world, this defines our expectations of supporting you, the individual. While yes, we're thinking globally in our expansion, we are still solely focused on supporting you in your desires and ultimately in your success as well. Now, with that in mind, our products all come with a promise of purpose behind their ingredients. We have a very strict and stringent ingredient selection process. Our chairman, Mr. Ahmed, who created ICD, focused on just simply efficacy and safety as key values in formulation. As a cosmetic chemist, I can tell you there are thousands of raw materials and ingredients you can select from. Even more when you consider the differentiation between raw material suppliers. As such, we have to have a specific standard of purity, quality, performance, and safety to analyze every single ingredient that goes into these formulations. So not only do you have a formula that works, that gives you that glow, that gives you soft skin or hair, but that you can feel confident in the products or the ingredients that were included. Now, with that in mind, as you heard previously, we avoid over 3,000 different ingredients that have been deemed harmful, toxic, or environmentally destructive as decreed by a variety of regulatory bodies worldwide, such as EU, of course, ASEAN, the FDA, the KFDA, Mexico, and onwards. And what's crucial that we are following these regulatory bodies is that they have the research, the manpower, the money, quite frankly, to actually deem an ingredient as harmful or as helpful. And with that in mind, with that in mind, we are able to consistently practice responsibility and respect in formulation accuracy. Now, we are in the age of the educated consumer. I have no doubt in my mind that everyone you sitting here is educated in your product selections. And as such, we want to make sure that these ingredients comply with these regulatory standards so that, again, you can feel confident and that you don't have to think too much when you select a product. Now, you might be asking, what do you include then? So we have so many different fantastic ingredients in our formulations. Natural antioxidants and essential oils, plant complexes, things that have robust performances for your skin, your hair, and your body. But in that, we are rooted in nature, in upholding these natural ingredients. We are backed by science, by innovation. We so passionately look for what else we can do to promote the future of our skincare. Because the key thing about K-beauty is that it's fundamental. Yes, it is trending right now, but it is not a trend. It's a lifestyle. With that in mind, we don't want to stay stagnant with the specific heritage ingredients we're selecting. So with the compliance to specific innovation and research, we can create that difference, but be based in something unmovable in its efficacy. Now, as you also previously heard Dimitri say, we have over 16 different patented ingredients within our product offerings, and that brings about the Riman difference because we are in such a saturated industry that is personal care. And so you have to look at the exclusivity in your ingredient selection, and that's oftentimes based within the utilization of patented ingredients. And most notably within our patented ingredients employed in formulation is our giant chemical itself. So what you see before you is our plant patent that we originally received in 2022 in Korea. And this gives us exclusive cultivation rights for 20 years. Even better, we just received the USDA PVP, which is the plant variety protection. This again extends our specific utilization or cultivation of this plant for another 3 years. So until 2048. But what's even better is that this USDA PVP allows us to commit our plant in registration to other international companies beyond. This essentially gives us that recognition with this unique plant variety we have, such that we can register it in other countries as well much more easily. So with that all in mind, when we look at our specific utilization of ingredients, we have our own labs. They're called Ask Labs. And Ask Labs is founded within the beauty behind hypotheses and curiosity, creating questions, answering those questions, and moving on to the next one. That is how we commit to that innovation as a constant behind Riman's formulation. With that in mind, being backed by science is essential for the creation of our formulations. And there's also a perfect harmony between being rooted in nature and backed by science, as you can see in our smart farm. Now, with the creation of Ask Labs, we have 3 separate entities or bodies. We have our cosmetics research, we have our nutraceuticals research, and notably we have our Young Pool Research Institute, which continues that study into the derivative of giant young pool and its novel components as well. Now, when we look at young pool, it has such a rich history of use and so many different names associated with those histories. Most notably, it was shown that wild tigers would instinctively roll in these leaves to heal their wounds after the battle. That's how it earned the name tiger grass. And as you might know, young pool is the Korean name for Centella asiatica, for tiger grass. And originally, it was simply the spoken name, and it had never properly been written down. So Riman established the specific spelling of young pool. You utilize this leaf, and you become part of the big young pool. Now, the greatest thing about the giant young pool is that it is 5 to 6 times larger than that standard young pool, as you can see in comparison. And because of that, there's a higher phytonutrient content. But furthermore, because we are growing it ourselves in the smart farm, we only ever use it in its fresh form. It's never dry. Many companies will dry those leaves to lower the cost of shipping of this raw material, but in doing so, you remove water-soluble components that are beneficial to the human body, such as water-soluble vitamins. We keep every phytonutrient intact and take it directly to our extraction process. Because of the greater area of leaf size, there is a higher polyphenol content, specifically 81% more polyphenols, and as such, there's a rich antioxidant activity behind these leaves. With that antioxidant activity, and of course with other phytonutrients, we have an anti-wrinkle effect with giant young pool, as well as the ability to reduce hyperpigmentation. Now, that second hero ingredient, the jojoba energy water itself, also has a beautiful history, but also has scientific evidence. Now, this is essentially seawater that has been filtered through volcanic bedrock for over 400,000 years, and this filtration removed any impurities or heavy metals, and instead the water picked up essential minerals from this bedrock. This water source has tested benefits in skin hydration that cannot be said for deionized or distilled water, which is what is traditionally used in the industry. And because water is so basic in formulation as a universal solvent, we wanted to see how we can still employ a difference even with something as simple as water. And last but certainly not least, one of the main focuses within our prioritization of innovation is our use of nanoliposomes. Now, liposomes were initially introduced in the pharmaceutical industry as a mechanism of enhancing the absorption of topical medications through the skin. Like many things, it was later adopted by the cosmetic industry for a similar purpose, to enhance that absorption of cosmetic formulations through the skin. Now, Riman specifically utilizes a microfluidizer processor, which is still typically used in the pharmaceutical industry. If it is used by a cosmetic company, it's typically on an ingredient-by-ingredient basis. We use it for the entirety of formulations, and I cannot stress enough how novel that is. We are able to do that at an attainable price point as well. Few other companies have 100% liposomal formulations, and those that do are offering their products for $800 upwards USD. We are able to use the microfluidizer processor to enhance the absorption of formulations, not only to enhance the efficacy, but the targeted efficacy. If you're trying to reduce hyperpigmentation, then it can actually bring an ingredient to the areas that matter most within the skin. Now, with this all in mind, when we approach arcade beauty formulations, you have to understand that it is so much more than skincare products and creams and serums. It's about protecting and preventing various issues on your skin. Now, with K-Beauty, we do prioritize protection and prevention over problem solving. We want to work with the health of your skin instead of against presenting issues, such that those issues don't occur to begin with. And to do so, we prioritize gentler ingredients, and we maintain the application of a multi-step routine of consistency and layering to see these results that stay long-term. And as such, the foundation of ICD is based not only with this K-Beauty approach, but also with that innovation. Now, as I mentioned, because K-Beauty is fundamental, we want to make sure it's not complex to appreciate. And one of the ways in which we simplify the approach are through these three basic tenets of cleansing, hydrating, and protecting. Of course, with cleansing, you cleanse your skin, you remove impurities, you also help with desquamation or removing dead skin, but you also prepare your skin to absorb topical products. With hydrate, this is fundamental for skin health. Dehydrated skin is the root cause of so many different aesthetic concerns, like fine lines and wrinkles or dullness. So hydration, while so simple in its performance, is crucial for your skin health. And to lock in all of your efforts with health protection. Of course, traditionally it means UV protection, protecting against UV overexposure, but it could also mean reinforcing your skin's innate protection, which is your skin barrier. This all comes together into the product offerings you see here. And our key line is our dermatology line. This prioritizes that giant yumple for immense hydration to the skin. It is crucial that you care for your skin in a manner of self-care every single day. It is our desire to
Thêm nó không có
transform
học
your
cái
routine into
nó
an
có vấn đề á.
self-care. And these
Thêm nó không có học có vấn đề á. Mình không có được học bên Mỹ á. Bên Mỹ bên Ninh mình đâu có vô được đâu.
Now, as previously mentioned, we ascribe to the K-Beauty Double Cleanse. Who here is familiar with double cleansing? I've heard about it before.
Bài
Right?
brand mình ở bên đây là kỹ hơn.
So, double cleansing is essentially utilizing the science of solubility to completely cleanse your skin. You have oil-based cleansers to dissolve oil-based impurities, and of course, the water-based to remove residual oils and further impurities. Now, with Riman, we have our two-step process, which is our
Mày
cleansing
cọc
oil
dính
and
ghét.
power wash.
Mày có con mà nó chọc hứa rồi nhiều nhất á.
Oil is just natural oils. So this is gently going to melt SPF, makeup, even just sebum throughout the day so you can successfully remove it from your skin. You then go in with our cleansing powder wash, which of course removes those residual oils and further impurities lodged within the pores. There's also a little bit of enzyme within this formulation to help properly slough off dead skin cells. And then, of course, with cleansing, we follow with that hydration. And the key form of hydration in our product offerings is our Boost Boo. That is our booster and our serum and our dermatology first package. Now, these products have the highest concentration of that giant young whole leaf extract. The booster you see before you, 89% giant young whole leaf. Its serum, 73%. And the cream that comes as well is 67% just giant young whole extract. It's here to not only soothe the skin, but to hydrate and bring all those antioxidants and phytonutrients. And as we typically ascribe to Boost Boo, this details essentially spraying the booster, applying the serum, and spraying the booster again so that you can completely saturate your skin with all of these nourishing ingredients. Now, as I have mentioned, caring about your skin isn't about appearance, it's about importance. And we understand that in the creation of our products. And we're here to guide you in your basic ritual in creating an important daily approach to hydrating your skin, to protecting your skin, but ultimately to loving your skin as well. And with that in mind, we do have a holistic approach to self-care. It's not simply about your facial skin, it's about your entire body. And so part of that, of course, is caring for your hair and body skin as well. Now that comes with our Lab line, which is an entirely V-labeled vegan line that focuses on creating that Riman difference, but from head to toe. Now within the line, we have our Deserticola hair care products. This is all based on the Deserticola Plus. Deserticola Plus is a microalgae, and it was discovered in the desert. And when scientists were taking their various extracts to understand how it was surviving such arid conditions, they found a specific metabolite called loleolide. Lowly light is what is naturally fortifying your scalp and strands in the Zerticola hair care products. And as previously mentioned, they have tested to reduce hair loss, but they also greatly help maintain hair density, cleanse the hair, condition the hair, whatever you need for your typical hair care routine. And that hair oil serum has 5 different benefits with heat protection and shine increase as well. And the body care has a similar story with a patented ingredient giving it its name, and in this instance, it's Swamel. Now, Swamel is a bioremediator. Essentially, it has applications in the cleanup of environmental waste, while also having applications in our skin, helping nourish and cleanse without disrupting your skin barrier or your innate hydration balance. And as previously said by Leiju, this is designed to bring that spa experience to you, to simplify your routine, but to also create products you have never experienced before in something as simple as cleansing your body and moisturizing your body. Now, with that all in mind, we are here to promise that we are ingredient obsessed and always curious. We'll never be satisfied with what we have offered. We'll always look for what the next step is, what the next product is, and that innovation is largely based in collaboration with you. We want to hear what you desire, what you need, and what you value in your life. As we established with our mission statement, it is our goal to create products that have purpose in your world, and we are committed and promise to stay curious and to explore that research for your benefit. Thank you.